Hey everyone, sorry that I'm sat here in a tiny little vest top and my hair back in a messy little bun because it is absolutely boiling day. I don't know where it's come from. I don't even think it's that sunny outside, it looks a bit misty and hazy, but I'm absolutely boiling. So yeah, that explains my attire. But I have my little box of Empties, and this month it's not even as full as it normally is, which is very strange. I think there's about 7 or 8. And there's normally like 20 things in here, so yeah, it's quite reasonable for me and not very much for me as well. So yeah, I'll just get into going through it. A lot of the things this month have been like staple things in my collection, which are normally quite expensive, so I'm finding it quite tough to try and replace them. So one of the first ones is Alpha H Liquid Gold. This is the old packaging, it's in nicer packaging now. You take the lid off and it's just a little lid like that. This is basically a glycolic acid treatment, and you put it on your skin before you go to bed. What I do with this is, instead of using like a toner, which some people do as like the toner step, I use it on every other night as just my treatment. So I will cleanse my face and then apply just this and eye cream, but not night cream or anything afterwards. Normally the other nights I apply like night cream and serum and things. On the night I apply this, I just apply this and leave it to be quite concentrated as the only thing on my skin, and it really works wonders. It's the first tube I've gone through and it's really expensive, but I find it's totally worth it. It really transformed my skin, especially the first week I saw that I used it. I thought, oh my god, this is amazing. And since then it's kind of kept my skin at that kind of level of how good I thought it was at the beginning. It stayed that good. And I'm kind of worried that I've ran out of it, because I only ran out of it last week, and I'm thinking once my skin goes back to being used to not having this, it will be rubbish again. So yeah, I'm going to have to buy this again. It's like a complete staple to me. I need this in my life. It just kind of refined all your pores and exfoliated. That's what it does. I should explain that really. It's kind of like a liquid exfoliant. So it's like one of those acids that kind of nibbles away at all the little dead bits of skin and unclogs all your pores without the scrubbing action, like a manual scrub. So it's really good at clearing out your pores, making your skin much clearer. The pores look smaller because they're not as clogged, and your skin just looks much more radiant and clear. So yeah, it really could work on any skin, I think. It made it look really nice and fresh. So yeah, on the mornings I wake up that I've used this, my skin always looks like its best. So yeah, I really need to buy a new tube of this. I'm absolutely desperate for it again. Oh, and another thing I should mention, this lasted me about 11 months. I bought this last September with my birthday money. So my birthday is September 10th, and I bought it with my birthday money, and it's lasted us till mid-August. So yeah, I think you could probably use a bit too much and would use it up quicker than that, but I think sparingly, as I would use it, only a little bit on a cotton pad over your face, it will last you nearly a year, which I think is really good because it's quite a high price point. I'll go for another expensive thing that I want to mention that I've really started to have used up, and that's the Glam Glow mask. It's in this pretty little tub with like the star on, very hot, heavy and very expensive feeling, and it's got a very expensive price as well. I think it's about 40 something pounds, but the product itself is really gross. If you can see in there what little is left of it, it's like a brown greeny mud, and it smells very herbally, quite strong smelling. But the thing I would say with this mask is, if you're going to buy this mask, you've got to use it up within about 6 months, otherwise it starts to dry out. Even when it's got the little stopper in there as well. It's got the lid and the little stopper to try and stop there getting in. But I found the past like 3 or 4 uses I've had of this, it's like crumbling onto my pants now. It dried out a lot and it was hard to get it. It wasn't as smooth and creamy as it was in the beginning. So I would say, don't savour this if you buy it. Don't think, oh, I'll keep it for special occasions, and only use it about once every few months. You need to use this, otherwise it will go bad and make it much harder and not as nice to use. But this was along the similar lines of the Alpha Age, but in a much more concentrated mask form. It says it's got in it volcanic rock, French sea clay, green tea leaf pieces, which does have pieces of leaf in, which is very strange. And you apply it and it tingles a lot, and to the point where you think, I should probably take this off, it's probably not doing any good for my skin, and it feels like you're having some kind of allergic reaction. It really burns, and to the point where my eyes watered. But I sat and waited the first time and it gave amazing results, like instantly. Most face masks I use, like the little sachets and things like that, I don't really do an awful lot. Like, you kind of feel a little bit soft afterwards, but in the long term you don't notice it. This, for days and days afterwards, your skin looks so much more glowing and just healthy and like just much clearer and cleaner, and just the best version of your skin like you've ever seen probably. I can't really describe it because until I used them 2 products, including this one, I didn't really understand the hype of that kind of thing, but it really does like notice a massive difference in your skin. Even if you've got good skin, it just makes it look really nice. It's one of those masks that it's really clear, like obviously as you saw in there, and you just spread it all over your face and then it dries and goes hard, so like it goes light and you'll notice the light patches when it's gone hard, and you can't like move your face, and to do that it kind of hurts because it's like still like stuck down, but then it's got kind of like gritty bits in, so when you wash it off that exfoliates as well. And it's amazing, and it's the best mask I've ever tried by a million miles. All the other masks are kind of okay. This one, I'd rather spend a lot of money on this one than buy a load of little packly ones which are rubbish. This is really, really good. And they do a super mode now, which is meant for acne prone skin, which might be really, really good. I've never tried that one, which I want to try that one before I go back to this, because they're like kind of different formulas, but I'm really interested to try that. But this is amazing. I would highly recommend it to any skin type, and I think especially if you had really kind of clogged pores or really broken skin, it would just make a lot of difference. You would really notice a difference, I think. So yeah, it's really, really good. It feels a bit strange on your skin, a bit scary at first, but it works absolute wonders. I'll just go through the rest of the skincare products I've got now. Another skincare staple which I'm desperate to buy, and is again another expensive one, is Origin's High Potency Nightamins Night Cream. Oh, where's it gone all blurry? Focused, yeah. Yeah, it's just a little pot, completely empty, there's nothing to see in there. It smells like oranges, I think, kind of orangey, very nice. This is the second tub of this I've had, and I will be buying another one. I'm not going to try anything else. Again, I need to wait until I got the money. It really makes a difference to my skin, so I'm totally willing to pay it. Yeah, this is really, really nice, and it feels really nourished on your skin, but not too heavy. I don't like the feeling of like really rich, thick, heavy creams. This, you can, it feels quite thick on your fingers, but it spreads far and it just sinks in really nice, but you still feel like it's doing something overnight. It's packed with nice mineral enriching things for your skin, and my skin always feels nice and soft the morning after I've used that. So normally I would use the Alpha H one night and this the other night, and my skin always feels really plump and nourished and soft the day after, as I've just said. So yeah, I will definitely be buying another tub of that. And the last skincare thing is one that sadly I won't be repurchasing, and it's the Be Pure, which is Superdrug's own skincare line. Micellar water, or micellar water, I don't know how you say it, which is basically a makeup remover water. It was in this tube. It's really, really cheap, but I've since tried the L'Oreal one, and that's much better. This was the first of these I've ever tried. I haven't tried Bioderma, and I thought, well, I'll give it a go because my staff discount and the fact that this was on sale anyway at the beginning of its launch, I thought I'll try it out. It was really good to take off my makeup. It just really stings your eyes when you get in your eyes. When I think that's kind of the point of it, to remove mascara and things. If you get it actually in your eyes, it really does sting, and that's not really a good sign. Whereas the L'Oreal one does just as good of a job of removing your makeup, and you can put it in your eyes, around your eyes, and it doesn't hurt at all. So yeah, that one is better, and around the same price point. Even if it's just a few pounds more expensive, it's worth it to not have to like kind of avoid your eyes, whereas this one you had to do that with, which is kind of defeats the point. So yeah, I wouldn't be buying that again. A particular one again is the Batiste dry shampoos. There's a little normal size. The tropical scent, I use this up every single month, so I won't go too much into it apart from it's my best dry shampoo ever. I've got a little packet here from Lush which had the little melting snowman in, which was really cute. It was like kind of like a squashed, obviously melted snowman with his head sat on the top of a melted patch of snow. Again, I shouldn't try and keep these and use them into the summer, because I was trying to keep it for this winter, which is silly because I got it last Christmas, but I thought, oh, well, it'll be nice to use at the beginning of winter this year. And I'm trying to keep it till then, but they started smelling strange and looking strange, all the Christmassy ones I had, so I thought, right, I've got to use them up. And yeah, this was probably a really nice product when it was new and fresh, but I left it too long and it didn't smell too great anymore. And it didn't melt very well. I don't know what, it says it's a massage bar actually on here, but I'm pretty sure it's not a massage bar. So I don't understand where that's happened, but I'm pretty sure it's a bath melt, but it didn't melt very well. It was just very strange, but probably very out of date. I have a tiny little sample from a glossy box here, which I'm very pleased to have this tub because I like these little tubs to take on holiday. I'm strangely satisfied by that. And it's the Beautiful Movements Primer Create Mixing Medium, which I didn't use as a mixing medium, I used as a primer. It was just a typical silicone primer, very much like the Professional from Benefit, apart from that skin coloured. This is clear. It was just kind of provided the same kind of silicone base. Lots of people don't like that. I do quite like the feeling of that. And yeah, it was just nice. I won't be buying it because I do prefer the Benefit one because it's kind of skin coloured and it provides a little bit extra something. But yeah, that was nice enough. I would use it again if I got given it again. But yeah, I'm just happy with the little pot that I've now got to take things on holiday in. And the last product, I told you there wasn't much in it this year. this month, is the least effort treatment for hair that never goes past a certain length hair growth treatment. Big mouthful there, but it's just this pink tub. I think this is my 3rd tub of this, and I will be buying it again because it's really, really nice. The smell alone is reason enough to buy it. I love the smell of Lee Stafford hair products. It's just amazing. I can't describe it. It's just a very nice smell and very specific to Lee Stafford hair products. And I like the tubs that are very pink as well. But the product that is in this actually works really well. I really like the idea that it's a nourishing mask for your scalp. That's all it does. It is nourishing your scalp and making sure your hair can grow nicely from the follicles rather than trying to nourish the ends and make the ends grow longer. It nourishes the scalp so your hair can grow quicker. And it definitely 100% worked because I noticed suddenly once I started using this the first time with the first tub, I got lots of little baby hairs that started sprouting out and they're now about this long, which is quite good because that means once they've grown long, then I'll have much thicker hair, which will be really good because I have really fine hair. So just for that alone is the reason why I'm going to buy this, because it means my hair is growing thicker. Not so much bothered about the length because it is really long anyway, but the fact that it's making more hair grow out of my head is really good and seems to be being really healthy for my scalp. So I will be buying another one then again. And that is it for my empties this month. Not much again, but I'm sure I'll have lots of little things next month once I've been on holiday. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye!